I'm going to talk today about using your age as an excuse for working out. And usually the way this is done is, and I've seen it before with 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60, whatever age, somebody starts doing something and they just start working out for the first time in a long time. They're like, oh, I'm not what I used to be. I'm not quite what I used to be. Like kind of like a glory days kind of thing where, you used to be really great and you're just not quite what you used to be. Well, the thing that happened was between what you used to be and where you are now, you really didn't do anything. And that's why you hear this age as an excuse kind of thing now. If somebody's like some, elite athlete, obviously, the science is out there and you can just see it with your eyes that when you get to a certain age, things just don't happen quite as easily. But, the drop offs are not so significant over short periods of time. Like when I'm 45 and I feel like, I'm about 95% of what I was when I was 30. And maybe that could be because I wasn't trying hard enough when I was 30. So, uh, you know, maybe I was using age as an excuse then. And that's another thing too. When you start to get older, you start to realize you're not, if you still manage to work out as you age and you hit like 45, like when I was like 35, I felt like, oh, you're kind of going downhill or whatever, but some of it was just, I wasn't eating I was eating too much and not enough of the right foods. And I was working out, but I wasn't working out smart. And I was trying programs and then not trying programs and then just doing what I felt like doing. And, maybe not doing enough cardio and, to keep my fat down, all these little different things. But then when, as you get older and, you're still sticking with it at 45, all of a sudden, if you stick with a plan, you get your nutrition in order. All of a sudden, like, you're like, hey, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be when I was 35. And, you start making the right choices. And that's also the situation of youth being wasted on the young. And that's another topic in fitness is youth being wasted on the young. But when you're 45, 55, whatever, age is not a good excuse. And, if you haven't been working out in a long time and you start a workout and you find yourself saying, oh, I'm not what I used to be, if you're working out with me, I'm going to tell you, well, you could be what you used to be or a close version thereof if you start taking care of your body and working out. But it's just not it's just not like you were on this pedestal sitting there and you got knocked off by old age, because that's just one of the many excuses. Excuses. You got to fight these excuses and just do it, as the fitness company says. So yeah, age is not an excuse. Adios.